Hi, right. We are now going to start looking at lessons of 2, 3. So this is going to take you a couple of lessons to do. The first thing you're going to be doing is a starter on Moodle if you can. So if you click on starter and drag and drop, yours might look slightly different to mine, but it should give you this option. It says drag and drop the descriptions to the correct area. So if you scroll down slightly, you'll see down here that there's a couple of different descriptions and you have to drag it into the correct area. So for example, if you think this is where you purchase tickets, you would drag and drop that into that part, okay? So you need to drag and drop them to the correct areas and press finish attempt. That's just a little drag and drop activity to sort of go over what we did last lesson. So once you have done that, you are going to be doing these two slides in your pupil booklet. So you're going to create a mind map and list as many different themes for your theme park, and then you're going to choose one, and then you're going to create another mind map of different names for your theme park and choose one name then. So if you go into your pupil booklet, you should now be on this slide. So think of at least 10 different themes you could use for your theme park. So that's when you need to type them in here. So for example, you could have something like a dinosaur theme, maybe LOL theme, sporting theme park. Okay, so you need to add 10 different themes around there and then add whichever one that you're going to use. So if you're going to go for dinosaur theme park, you would put dinosaur in there. And then the same for your name then. So you could come up with different names, okay? So you could have Dinoland, okay, LOL Park, and just keep going with all different names that you can come up with and then choose which one you would want to use. So that shouldn't take too long, but come up with as many different ones as you can. The next part we're going to be looking at is your website structure. So you're going to be creating your own website structure and thinking about the different pages there are going to be on your website. So what you're going to do is write the title of each page and then a little description on what information and pictures are going to go on it. And then you can add lines and arrows to show how pages are going to be linked. So if we have a little look over here, we're going to be adding these different things to your website as well. So you can create something called an image gallery. You're going to insert images and text. You can have a Google map and add in all sorts of different things to make your website look more professional. So if we have a little look at this slide, this is where you're going to be putting in a little plan for your website. So as you can see, everyone up here will have a home page. So on your home page, you're going to start off with an introduction to your website. Okay, so everyone is going to have an introduction. And then you can decide what you are going to have on your home page. So for example, you could say, I want to add images of my rides and some price details. So that's a little example of what you might want on your home page, okay? You could say a little bit about what background color you want on there. And you could think about text color you're thinking of having. Okay, so you need to add a little bit of a description about what you want your home page to look like. Then you can go on to your different pages. So your page title, if you want to insert a text box, you can have your page title here, and you might want something like a rides page there. Okay, and you might want something like a contact us page. but it's up to you what different ones you want, and you need to add another there. And then same thing again, you need to say what you would like to have on that page. So for your rides page, you might want an image gallery. You need to explain what your background color will be and your text color. Okay, you could say what images you want in this image gallery, so of the different rides that you're going to have. Okay, and you just need to give a little bit of explanation of the different things that you want on your rides page. So this is a little example, and then once you have done it, you can insert some arrows and explain how your home page is going to link to each one. So what you'll have to do is insert shapes, and then you could use some arrows to help you show how you're going to link your pages up. Like so. Remember, this is over 2 lessons, so please don't rush it. Take your time and add as much detail as you can. And you can pause this video whenever you want, do a little bit more, and then go back to it, okay? So your next task then is a bit of descriptive writing. So you're going to write an introduction for your theme park's website. That'll go on your home page. And this is supposed to entice people to come to the park, and you may want to include special offers or new rides that are coming. So what is descriptive writing? So descriptive writing creates a picture of a person, place, thing, or event. Okay, so a good description works with all the senses. So you've got sight, smell, taste, touch, and hearing. So you're trying to get someone to think and be able to see and smell and hear what your theme park is about. So what you could do now is write a little introduction to your theme park, trying to get people to try and come and buy tickets to come to your theme park. And then what you need to do as a star task is to rewrite it using more complex words and think of new things that you could talk about once you have gone through some of the slides on here. So pause it now, and you could do the first task, descriptive writing, just have a little go, get some ideas together and write a little introduction. Then what I want you to do is go through these slides and rewrite it, being as persuasive as you possibly can. So consider some of your goals. What will you accomplish with your description? So who is it that is reading that introduction, and who is it that you're trying to get to come to your theme park? So remember your audience. And think a little bit about similes or metaphors that might make your writing better. What is it you're trying to portray? So what are you trying to do? So you're trying to get people to come and buy tickets and come to your theme park. Do they need a bit of background information? So are you going to explain a little bit about what your theme park is and what you're trying to do there? And what imaginative comparisons can you make? So can you compare it to certain animals maybe? So Dino Land, you could sort of make it imaginative and compare it to different things. Is there something important you need to get across to the reader? So if you think there is something special or important about your theme park, you need to make sure that you have that in your writing. What details are they going to find the most interesting? So you need to think about what they want to hear and how you can put that into your descriptive writing. And what living things does the inanimate object remind you of? So this is just something small that you could add if your theme park will allow it. You could sort of think about the living things does an inanimate object remind you of. So that's just a little descriptive writing thing that you could add into your writing. If you can't add all of them, do not worry. It's just a little something to help you think about your sort of descriptive and persuasive writing. Don't worry if you can't add it all, just pick bits of some of them. Here is another slide that you can go back to on Study Zone. All the slides are there for you to look at, okay? So a little bit of persuasion technique as well. So it often starts by stating a point of view. It can give an argument to support it, and you may use different fonts or bold text to get attention at certain parts. So remember, we are using IT and we are putting it onto a website, so you can use bold or italics or different colors to grab their attention. You can use tricks such as shock tactics or humor, repetitions, or questions to the reader. So for example, you could say, wouldn't you like to come to the best theme park in the world? ? Okay, so a bit of a rhetorical question there as well. Use persuader words, so surely and clearly, and use really strong words such as unquestionable, outstanding, and magnificent. And there's some useful connectives at the bottom there for you as well. And that is the last task you'll have to do for those 2 lessons. So like I said, take your time on it. This whole video is supposed to last you the 2 lessons, so take your time and please don't rush. You can always go back to this PowerPoint that is on Study Zone, and you can listen to this video again if need be, or pause it or come back to it at another point. Hope you're all well, and hopefully see you soon.